All right, everybody. We have the first sim of the season complete. So let's take a look at the standings. The Magic are in the one spot out east. They're 22-8 with a 14.1 differential. That's pretty good. The Cavs are in second place, looking really good with a 12.2 differential. Third is the Hawks, followed by the Pistons. I'll show rosters really quick. Zion obviously has been on the Magic this entire time. The Cavs have LaMelo and Ayton. The Hawks have Garland and Mitchell. The Pistons have Fultz, Murray, Booker, Gordon. And then the Bulls, the 2 times reigning champs, are a little worse right now. Still a positive differential. For some reason with 2K, even if you keep the same roster for a couple years, the game just decides it doesn't like your team as much. And so for the Bulls, they may need to change it up a little bit in order to stay competitive. But then we have Nets, Wizards, Celtics, Hornets, Raptors, Sixers, Knicks, Heat, Bucks, and the Pacers are at the bottom of the East. In the West, we have the Blazers in the #1 spot with the GOAT Josh Giddey. Second place, we have the Lakers with the other GOAT Lonzo, and then Cade Cunningham. In third, we have the Warriors with Morant, Brandon Miller, Jabari Smith in fourth place. We have the Jazz who signed Markkanen. They have a pretty strong team. I swear. Oh, there's Mobley. Wiseman, Garrison Moss, who's that second-year player who had MJ comparisons. Then we have the Rockets in fifth, followed by Nuggets, Mavericks, Kings, Spurs, Wolves, Thunder, Sonics, Suns, Pelicans, and the Grizzlies are at last, minus 16.2 point differential. That makes them the worst team in the league. Also, they have the worst record. So, yeah. Let's take a look at some league leaders really quick. It looks like Zion is leading the league in points. Caruso's the worst. Doncic is second, followed by Booker, LaMelo, Jokic, Brown, Giannis. Wemby is putting up a lot better numbers this season. Then we have Mitchell, Giddey, Edwards, and so on. Garland rounds out the top 20 for rebounds. Davis averaging over 15 a game. That's pretty crazy. Then we have Mobley, Wemby, Embiid, Okongwu, Jokic, Drummond, Sabonis, Duren, and Pirtle to round out the top 10. Finally, I have more than one player averaging over 10 assists in a season. It's Garland, Morant, and Ball at the top. Giddey's almost there also. Then we have Harden, Doncic, SGA, Curry, Halliburton, and Trae Young to round it out. For steals, it's Brandon Miller currently leading the league. For blocks, Walker Kessler. For turnovers, Garrison Moss. Fouls is Jabari. Field goal percentage is Clint Capella. And three-point percentage is Corey Kispert leading the league. Jokic in second, followed by Sexton, White, Curry, Booker, Maxey, Sharp, Arnold, and Kennard. Arnold is a Rockets player who, this is his second year. Now let's look at who still wants an extension, or if anyone new does. So it looks like Lillard will extend for the Sixers. What happened? Oh, PJ Washington wants 4. Bogdanovich wants a minimum. Livingston wants 2. Brooks wants 3. A few guys for the Bulls. SGA will extend. That's big for them. Beal wants 7. Johnson wants a minimum. And Dante DiVincenzo wants a minimum. Strus for the Celtics wants a minimum. Vincent minimum. Powell minimum. Javon Carter minimum. Kevin Porter Jr. wants 9. Van Vliet wants 4.5. Gafford for the Kings wants 4.72. Lonzo wants 18 for the Lakers. Hero will extend for the Magic, as well as Carter and Caruso, who wants a minimum. Poole for the Nets will extend, and Sexton as well. Durant right now says will retire, so that's news. Hunter, White, Simons, and Middleton will all extend for the Pacers. Gobert wants a minimum, Nurkic wants a minimum, and City Sissoko, whatever you pronounce his name, wants a minimum, or wants 2. Wiggins wants a minimum for the Pistons, as well as Dort and Little. No one for the Raptors. Camara, however you say his name, will take $1 million for the Rockets. None for the Suns or the Spurs. Doncic still willing to extend for the Thunder, as well as Powell. We'll see if they choose to extend those guys. Kuzma and Clarkson, as well as Jackson Davis for the Wolves. Clark wants 3. Reed wants a minimum. And Keldon wants 6 for the Blazers. And finally for the Wizards, Mikic wants 2.59. So that's extensions. Show picks really quickly here. And then at the next deadline, we should be releasing the rookies. Pelicans with a good amount of picks. I know they made that trade. Maybe they made 2 trades. I can't remember. They made some good trades though. So there's picks. What else is there to show? I will show everyone's stats, and then I'll show finances, and then I think that is it. Jokic obviously shooting over 50% from 3s. Also, he's attempting 6.5 per game, so it's not like that's low volume. He's just shooting it insanely well. For the Bucks, oops, I'll scroll down. For the Bucks, Jason Tatum is shooting it well from 3 as well. For the Bulls, Porzingis not shooting it well from 3, but SGA and Bane are playing pretty well. Thibault shooting 33. For the Cavs, a lot of good 3-point shooters here. Maybe that's what's contributed to their success, including Grady Dick, who I originally thought that they gave up too much for when they traded for him a couple seasons ago, but potentially it was worth it if he's going to play that well for them. Fox and Adebayo here for the Sonics. The Grizzlies, who are currently the worst team in the league with Towns, and it seems like Barrett is always on bad teams. I don't know why. A lot of good 3-point shooting here for the Hawks as well. Davis, the league's leading rebounder on the Heat. Then for the Hornets, we have Scotty Barnes. A bunch of guys scoring pretty evenly for them. For the Jazz, Moss looks like he's their leading scorer, averaging 21. Edwards and Ingram and the Kings. I know they were the 2 seed last year, I think. Then we have the fine Knicks. The Lakers, who are a top team after being one of the worst teams just a season or 2 ago, I think. The Magic, who've consistently remained a top team in the East with Zion, followed by the Mavericks. The Nets here with Poole, as well as Sexton. Wemby shooting 40% from 3, so he's definitely playing really well also this season. 2.4 blocks. The Pacers, who are also one of the worst teams in the league. Not a lot of bright spots other than maybe Simons is playing well. Pelicans here, who are also pretty bad if I remember right. They're tanking. Then the Pistons with Jamal Murray and Devin Booker. They're a top 4 team. Giannis and the Raptors. Amen, who's not shooting it well from 3, but the Rockets also have Jimmy, Chet, and Harden, so that's a pretty stacked team. I don't remember how good they're doing, but I thought they would do really well. Isaiah Stewart, who's hurt. Then the Thunder here with Luka, who's averaging kind of close to a triple-double. The Wolves with Steph shooting almost 50% from three. Some of these three-point shooters are just crazy. Maybe it'll balance out. As usual, Ben Simmons shooting pretty well from three. I know the volume isn't that high, but still, he always shoots a decent percentage on the ones that he does take. Don't know why. Warriors, who are a top team out west, and then the Wizards with Sabonis and Halliburton. Now, I will show finances. Oops, and I think that is it for this video, unless I'm forgetting something. I could show some updated power rankings really quickly, I guess. But the video is already 10, 11 minutes long, so we'll see. The Bulls, I can't remember if they're just under, I think they're just under the hard cap. And the Cavs, 27 over. Not spending too much money, and yet they're a top team right now, so good for them. I mean, obviously they're over, but they're not like crazy over the way the Bulls were, or are. The Grizz are one of the worst teams, and they're 50 over. Yeah, they're going to need to do something about these contracts. Maybe try to dump them this season so that they can get a full rebuild going. I'd put Towns and Barrett on the block. The Heat, 72 over. The Hornets are 31 over. Jazz are 31 over as well. They're one of the top teams out west. Kings have 8 in room. Do I need to show? I guess I'll show free agents. Knicks have 31 in room. Lakers are 18 over. I'm surprised the Lakers are as good as they are. Like, I know they have a good team. I guess 2K just really likes Cade. There's the Magic, 34 over. The Mavericks, who have about 14 in room. The Nets, 23 over. The Nuggets are 34 over. The Lakers are 10 over. Or that was the Pacers, sorry. Pelicans are 12 over. I'm tired. Pistons are 74 over, and they have everyone under contract for a couple more years. The Raptors are just barely over, 5. 31 for the Rockets. 75 for the Spurs. Suns with the most room of any team in the league. And a lot of dead cap as well. The Thunder, 33 over. The Wolves, 77 over. Steph is expiring, but willing to extend still. The Blazers, maybe spending the second most money in the league. I can't remember. But they're winning, so that's good. 8 in space for the Warriors. And 29 over for the Wizards. Okay, I'm going to show the top free agents really quick. Primo. I don't think anyone signed any free agents. Here they are again, just in case. Then I'm going to show updated power rankings. Has the Cavs at number 1. The Bulls 10, or Jazz 10, Bulls 9. Mavs 13, Celtics 21, Grizzlies 30th. And then I feel like there was one other thing I was going to show. Oh, I will show upcoming free agents, potential upcoming free agents. So Doncic, he's willing to extend, but if the Thunder don't extend him, he's going to be a free agent. Durant is an upcoming free agent, although he said he'd retire, so we'll see. Curry also wants an extension, but otherwise he'll be a free agent. Wemby's restricted, so Trey and Ayton, as of right now, might actually be the biggest free agents, as well as Butler again, potentially. But we're looking at Trey, Ayton, Bridges, as some of the biggest unrestricted free agents: Jaren Jackson, Simons, Jarrett Allen. So definitely a lot of good players to go after in this free agency potentially. But yeah, I think that is all for this video. It's over 15 minutes, so we'll call it there. And the next deadline, I'm sure, will be Tuesday. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Good luck. Bye-bye.